Alright, so here we are. We're driving right now to go see Amy Quaid of Yoga Riverside. She has a expertise in yoga and expertise in positioning. So some of the things that I'm going through right now is numbness in my legs, pain kind of in my knees and my back. I can't seem to kind of get it straight the way that Toby's been teaching me to do. And one thing that Toby told me to do was to find a yoga instructor and go through my positioning. So let's go meet Amy Quaid. All right, here we go. We made it. I'm gonna go see Amy. She trains at many different places, which I'm sure we'll talk about that as well. But one of the places that she teaches at is at a school called Dave Hopkins Kung Fu Sansu. And you'll probably end up meeting Dave one of these days, a really good friend of mine. So here we go. Hey Amy, how you doing? Good to see you. We made it. All right, well the next scene is we're going to talk about some of the issues I guess I'm going through. I think you can fix me. All right, so here we are. We got all set up here. What we're doing is we're working on being able to fix some of my posture and some of the issues in my back. And I brought Amy Quaid here with Yoga Riverside. And Amy's been a friend of mine, but she's also an expert in yoga. And I guess I'll just say, how long have you been doing yoga?
I've been doing yoga since I was 20, so gosh, that's
2 years?
Age stamp on me. So about 10 years, but I've been teaching yoga for almost 5 years.
Okay. So she's an expert in positioning, and what this is all about has to do with the PIOT that I'm doing right now. And one of the issues that I'm having is feet issues, legs going numb, and back issues. And from what I understand, Toby told me to meet with an expert, and that has to do a lot with this PIOT. And the whole concept of a PIOT is finding someone that's an expert to help your learning experience quicker, happen quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into my posture here.
Okay. And he has towels here. You can use anything that you have in the house. You don't have to have all the special, expensive yoga stuff. So you can use a blanket that you have in the house, or set up towels just like Jason did. Okay, so he's setting up into a tripod position. There's other ways that you can go into maybe just crossing the ankles, as well as a half lotus into lotus position. So tell me what's going on.
Well, the issues that I'm having is my inside leg is going numb, and my back is kind of, I don't know if it's just not strong enough, or I'm not sitting on the pillow right, and then my ankles I'm having issues with as well. I don't really do the outward, I don't know what they even call this, but this position here, I tend to actually drop my hands. I tend to get my hands shaky and things, so it's better that I go here, I guess. That's okay?
Yeah, you can do that. There's also a position where with your dominant hand, so I'm left-handed, so I hold onto my right hand, and then you're creating an oval in the pelvic region. So you can do that too as well, but palms up is just fine. You're nice and relaxed. So what I'm going to have you do, by using your blankets or the towels, it helps elevate you so those knees drop down and everything is nice and open. So by sitting here, I can tell that he's a little bit hunched over and his hips are tilted. His pelvic region is tilted back in the back. So what you do is you roll the shoulders back so the chest is open, everything's nice and elongated. After you hold this position for so long, we don't have great postures, so we tend to roll forward. So you always have to reposition yourself, and that's where you're going to start to feel that lower back pain. And the same with the knees and the ankles. This is a tough position. You're holding it for quite some time, so you are going to feel some numbness, but that's where you take the mind and the breath, and you connect the mind and body together, and you just breathe through that. And you go step by step, and then things kind of just open up, okay?
I was talking with Amy actually a minute ago, and we were talking about breathing. I think you mentioned something about like breathing through your stomach area.
So in your yoga practice, you're breathing in and out through the nose. So as you breathe in, you're fully expanding the belly, the chest, so everything is open. So it's really important that you're getting as much oxygen as you possibly can to get into that body. So it helps relax the mind, relax the body, and opens up. You kind of think of the muscles being like taffy. So you're helping.
Like Laffy Taffy?
Like Laffy Taffy. So by breathing, that exhale, it actually warms up those muscles. Okay, so the breath is really, really important.
How about head position?
Head position. So when you're there in your meditation position, by rolling those shoulders back, everything's lifted. Now imagine that you have a string in the crown of the head and it's pulling you straight up towards the ceiling. So then it keeps your body, your spine in correct alignment. So, and that will help with the body, with the lower back from caving in. So,
okay.
Anything else?
No, so, I mean, with my legs going numb, I guess you're saying it's going to be common.
Yes, it is going to be common. When you're going into a deep stretch position or meditation position, when you're holding these poses, yeah, that's normal. So.
I guess that goes along with, I guess in meditation, there's a lot of pain that I've gone through. One thing I've learned through meditation is it's about being able to kind of let that go and you actually accept that it's there, but then you finally let it go. So this is going to be one of those things I'm going to have to do.
Yes.
All right. I don't know why this is always the smartest thing to do, but I'm definitely learning a lot from it. So.
And you're always going to use by counting. I don't know if you count in your breath. It's good to stay focused. So what I like to do is start my practice off with my counting to 7. So as soon as some random thought jumps in your head, start back at 1, and then try to work yourself up. And eventually, once you get used to counting to 7 and nothing pops in the head, and you have distractions around you, it just opens up, and then you can relax and meditate and work through those problems that you're going through in your body.
Well, cool. Well, hopefully this helps me out, and my posture's going to get better. If you're ever in the Riverside area, you can look up yogariverside.com.
Yogariverside.com.
And then you know where to find me. I guess I ain't going nowhere. So, anyways, thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.